I'm testing it out. I'm testing out to see if it's hooking up to my stream key and stuff right now. Okay, it says I got an excellent connection on my YouTube stream key. It says I'm ready to go live whenever you show your like. Here, I'll send you a picture of what mine looks like right now. Albeit I'm on laptop, so I don't know where. Right, so like I've got this,
Hey, Daffy
and then
Duck.
all I have to do to go live now that we're on Restream is I hit the go live button right there, and I'm good.
The audio sounds muffled.
Your audio does?
The audio
Because you're
sound
coming.
you sound like Daffy Duck right now.
Uh-oh. Yeah, because you sound fine on my end.
I don't know why it sound bad on my end. Let
That's a
me,
good question.
let me see.
You got your Bluetooth in?
Hold on. Talk again?
You got me? You sound fine on my end.
Hello? Okay,
I
I
hear you
sound
fine.
fine. Okay, that's how it's gonna be on the stream tonight. Okay, cool. All right, that's how it's gonna sound tonight, man. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to High School Football Final here on
Hold on. Wait a
YouTube.
second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Are you live on your channel? I
Ah,
gotta hit go live on mine. I gotta hit go live on mine.
I cannot understand you. I'm about to take these headphones off. This is
You got
horrible.
your Bluetooth
Yeah, that's probably what it's doing. It to me cut these suckers off.
in? All right. I got we just went live on my channel. Let me look and see if it shows your channel is live and everything here too. All right, it says it's waiting for you to go live. So it's basically Restream is sending it to my channel and your channel. You just have to tell it to go live now. Did I lose you? Well, we're about to get started. We're working on making sure the other stream is live right now, but we're going to have Mr. Jackson give us an introduction here in a moment. We're on week 10 recap and week 11 preview for high school football final. If you're on the Williston Sports Station channel and you want to call in during the show, you've got a link right there at the bottom in the chat where you can call in and get your opinion out there, right? Talk about what you saw in week 10, what you hope to see in week 11. And in case you see me rocking the Gator gear, it's Georgia Hate Week, you know?
There
So,
we go. There we go. I sound a lot better.
oh, yeah, you sound a lot better there too, man. Welcome
Hey,
back.
hey, I'm glad to be back, man. Sorry about the technical difficulties. These these Bluetooth headphones, something else. I tell you something, man.
I hear you, man. That's what I'm using my gaming headphones, man. This is what I go pub stomping in the kids with on Fortnite. You know, got
Oh
the
gosh.
Steel Series right here. Let's go. I had to show them what those 40-year-old dad skills can do in the shooter games. They were like, "Oh, you know how to play video games?" It's like, bro, what do you think this is?
Oh,
I grew up with them. I grew up with them coming out. I'm like, y'all didn't have to like fight people over GoldenEye back on the N64 back in the day, you know?
come on now. Come on now. You're talking right now. Well, man, it's
Yeah.
good to be back with you, Robert, man. It's good to be back together again, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
without further ado, man, let's get into it, man. This is the information I've been wanting to talk to you about since way last
Okay.
Friday. Uh,
Okay, go for it.
well, before we get started, I want to give a shout out to everybody who follows on Facebook, YouTube. Really appreciate Rich Street for once again powering the stream up. Once again, my media director. and partner in crime, Robert Mack of Williston Sports Station, once again helping us with the stream tonight. I'm your host, Charles Jackson, Jackson Sports Media, and we're here for Week 10 recap, shifting into Week 11. This is the second to last week, Robert, before the big day starts in 3 weeks. Man, are you excited?
Man, I'm real excited for football right now, man. I tell you, I'm hoping that Williston has a nice bounce back game here against Kitbold City and the Greyhounds. Right, I've never seen them play football.
Me
Right, I
neither.
don't know anything hardly about this team, so I'm excited to see somebody like brand new, right? And I'm hoping a lot of the teams can use week 11 and 12 to get right for the playoffs and show us something, right? Because playoff football, there's nothing like it, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's the best thing of high school sports is postseason play, and this year's a little different because usually it is the districts on something, but now they're taking the top 16 a rule. I believe the top 16 for what I heard. I heard top 32, I heard top 16, but the top 32, 16 to 32 teams going to make the big dance. There's only 36 rural teams in the ball. The question is your schools going to represent the field in the playoffs? But right now, let's talk about Week 10's action from last weekend. The first game we're talking about was a game of the week down there at Booster Stadium between the 4-3 Williston Red Devils and the 62 Newberry Panthers. And Robert, take it away. What happened down there in Booster Stadium on Friday night, man? Panthers won 2014, but the score don't indicate what the referees did to y'all on Friday night. So talk about the Panthers and Red Devils game from last Friday.
Man, I know I'm gonna make it whenever the FHSA tells me to stop complaining about the referees on stream, right? Because I even went back and showed a replay of a crucial fumble call that was overturned, where Williston would have gotten the ball down 20-7 with 4 minutes left in the first half, right? And you could see back on the replay that the ball was clearly out
Right.
and the guy was not down by contact. And even the umpire in the middle of the field, who was only about 10 yards away from it, with it right in front of him, throws his beanbag out, makes the fumble call, right? The headline judge on the opposite side down there, who can't see the actual fumble and everything happening at the time, comes in and overrules him and says, down, 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 down by contact. Whole stadium sitting here just shocked because I mean it's a clear as day fumble, just
Right.
overturned right in the middle of the game, and Williston had all the momentum in the world right there, where they had just scored a touchdown. They were trying to bring it to a one possession game, but then Newberry takes advantage of the momentum shift right there and takes it in for another touchdown. Goes up 28-7 before the half instead of it being 20-14 before the half, right? And Williston managed to score another touchdown in the second half, but then completely stymie the Newberry offense for the entire second half. Like Williston made some great adjustments, and I even saw where they were running unbalanced wing T with the wing and the C gap between the unbalanced tackle and the tight end, and ran play action through the C gap to get their wing back open in the end zone on a touchdown. And I'm like, look, man, C gap play action is taking the NFL by storm right now. And you got the coaches making adjustments on C gap play action in high school football. Like, from the wing T too, like, get out of town, man. It was a great adjustment between the offense and defensive adjustments. And Williston gave Newberry everything they wanted in the second half and then some. But it was like that one call literally changed the whole game, because then in the second half, Newberry was running a lot of speed option out of the 3x1, right? If they were
Mhm.
in the pistol back set with the 3x1, they were running speed option to the single receiver almost 90% of the time, right? It was just, you could tell it was like clockwork. So even on stream, I'm like, oh, they're in the 3x1 in the pistol back. Here comes speed option. Well, the bad part is the running back runs to the left with the three receivers set. Speed options going to the right, and the QB makes the right read, which is the pitch, but the running back's on the other side of the field. So Williston gets the ball inside the 5. Williston gets the ball inside the 5 with their rushing attack. And that
Mhm.
same line judge on 2 separate plays says, nah, they didn't break the plane, puts it on like the 6-inch line.
Wow.
Newberry ends up getting a stop inside the 5-yard line because two of them that looked like they broke the plane from the stands. It's like, no, it didn't cross the plane. Here you go. Ball's right back here inside the 5. Newberry gets it back. And it's like when you score twice inside the 5 and it's not called, what are you going to do? You're just not going to win that one, right?
Right. And I feel like at that time, I think with that being said, another critical play that happened that I saw during your show, that direct snap on the single T,
Yeah.
that flew over the running back's head. He ain't 6'6", and that
Yep.
turned to a 36-yard scoop to score. That put
You're
y'all
right.
down 20-0 early on. So not only
You're
you got to deal with the
right.
players on the field, but you got to deal with the referees. That's like a lose-lose. And Williston's
Mhm.
favorite offense ain't built to score a lot of points based off the personnel they have, but when you have a team like Williston that likes to play physical football, and we always say this: rural football is physicality football in USA. We have
Right.
teams that are smaller schools that run wing T or single T. You don't see too many teams run out of spread and shotgun. So you have to keep the be ahead of the chains, and that's what Wilson trying to do. And for most of the night, they was very successful running the football down Dewberry's front seven, who was we talked about this last week, Robert. What that was the biggest battle. Willis's front in the running game against that tumultuous front seven. And at times, I mean, Newberry was gassed. Y'all ran, I believe, the second half. Y'all really controlled the time of possession. But I feel like
Yep.
y'all was up in that faction. Y'all would have easily took control of it. But because y'all played from behind, y'all wasted more and more clock, running down the field slowly, methodically. Y'all offense ain't no 4 plays your touchdown. You're like a 10 to 15 play drive running down the clock, 6, 7 minutes, 8 minutes at a time, and the score. But a lot of schools, I'm not gonna say Williston, but a lot of schools have that person that can score in 2 or 3 plays, like a Newberry,
Right.
like a Hawthorne. Those schools that can score pretty fast. But no Chris Grading against Coach Port. Coach Port always been the slow and steady wins the race type of coach. A coach that's going to break you down mentally and physically on both sides of the ball. And y'all did that second half. When y'all fell down,
Mhm.
I think 28-7, I think y'all really showed y'all stride in the second half.
Well, and I'll tell you this though, like because you're 100% right in that rural football is all about physicality, and I saw a team that can stand up with anybody physically in the state right there, right? Like when they bowed up against Newberry and put a stop to their offense and really started working their way down the field on offense themselves, it was just a matter of time, but time was not on their side. Right?
Right,
Like come the playoffs, like if it gets into a physical dogfight, Williston can win any of the games they have in front of them. Right? It's
right.
just a matter of if they don't fall behind at first and they can just keep playing their game. You might see Williston with 4 losses make it further in the playoffs than they did the last 2 years with no losses.
Well, also the not Tigers, but the Red Devils been very battle tested this year. This team been more battle tested this year than it was when it was undefeated last year in the regular season. So this team has
Mhm.
some battle scars to show. It all depends where they're seated at and who they play the first couple of rounds. Now, I believe they might be able to host one game in the playoffs starting off, but it all depends how the rest of the cookie crumbles because it could be roll bound the rest of the way, depending where they're seated at. We don't know how they're going to seed the rule division. We know how the other classifications are going to be seeded, but the rule class is something different because they're not divisions, they're not districts. They're just one
Right.
big old 36 name list. So, I heard from multiple sources, I heard it was a 16 team playoff. I heard from the 32 team playoff. We don't know until the first week of November. So we originally thought that the playoffs supposed to start next week because of the extended week that was given by the classified FHSAA. Now we have an extra week. So we have schools such like Bradford. Let's talk about Bradford for a second. I read on their social media page that their game this week against, I think it was for what they put this week, they got canceled. Teacher Jacksonville had to
Oh, really?
cancel Bradford. Yeah. So Bradford right now is considered right now on a bye week, but they're trying to find a game. So as of right now, I think as of yesterday, the Tornadoes are still technically on a bye because their opponent was unable to play this Friday. So schools like Bradford is trying to scruffle up last minute games to help their seeding when it comes to playoffs. There's a couple teams in rule that missed out a
Tell
couple
them
of
call
games.
Williston. Let's go to Williston week 12. Let's go.
Ooh, you want smoke with the Bradford Tornadoes, eh?
I want all the smoke, man. We used to have to play everybody, right? This isn't Paul Feinbaum talking about I ain't play nobody, Paul, right? Especially because uh Mr. Jones on here talking about hey, he understands being physical. We just got to have a balanced attack for Williston to have a good shot in the playoffs, right? And
Right.
feels like there's a good receiving core there. And we got down our starting QB, and if we don't have our starting QB, I mean, we ain't got nobody to get them the ball downfield too. So, there's different things going on, and I'm like, man, I'll take all the smoke, man. That's how we used to play growing up. I mean, you went to Union County, you know how Union
Yeah.
County used to always want the
Yeah,
smoke. So,
I'm with you when you're right now. I'm with you when you're right. Physicality goes a long way in rural football. It's been like that since the rule classification was brought to life. It used to be called 1A. But even with Run A football, it was only the smaller school was beat up on the smaller school. Which front seven was gonna beat this front seven? Which running
yeah,
game was better than which running game? It ain't about the how pretty it was. It's how ugly it got. Sometimes games was decided by one or two possessions on a wing
yeah.
team battle royale. This team ran wing team, this team ran wing team, this team ran single team, this other team ran single team. So
Man, we
that
ran
was
wishbone back in my day. What are you talking about? You don't forget that
I,
wishbone now.
I don't forget that wishbone, the diamond set, and the I
Yep.
formations and the single backs. You don't see teams running five wide in rural football. Most schools don't have that. There's some schools that has wrinkles of it, but like how bigger schools running every single play, like Coco, for example, who's like a pass heavy team. Those are
Yep.
teams I expect to run 4-5 wide every single drive. But there's a school that do run 4-5 wide. You County does that. I see they done it before. I see you County Hawthorne done it a couple times this year. So it's not all
North
about
Marion did
wings.
it almost all game. They
And,
were four
and
or
North,
five wide the whole game.
North Bend also a bigger school too. We're gonna talk about that right
True.
now.
True. 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 True.
But let's go hop into some more action from last week. As we get ready to shift gears into the second to last week of this year's 2024 regular season, we approach Selection Saturday, Selection Sunday. I'm sorry, because not this Sunday, but next Sunday we will find out who will be the field of this year's 2024 rural and state playoffs. Are you excited?
Man, I'm excited for all football. I'm
Me too.
excited
I
because
don't care what if it's
look,
Wolf 1, 2, 3, or 5. I'm ready for all playoffs.
because I'm going to the Williston game Friday. I'm driving up to Jacksonville on Saturday. I don't have high hopes for my Gators, but it's Georgia Hate Week. Hence, instead of the dub, I
Come
got
on now.
the
Come
UF
on
stuff.
now.
So I mean, I'm excited for all football, man. You can't ask me if I'm excited about football. Come on, man. Answer is yes.
You're right. Now, hey, I'm with you when you're right. So let's go over some games from this past weekend. First game we're talking about is let's talk about the Denali Tigers getting a big win over at Bushnell over the South Sumter Raiders, 22-14 last Friday. What are your thoughts on the Tigers? The Tigers looking really good at 6-3, man.
Look, so Dunellen picking up a win against South Sumter is huge for Dunellen, especially because South Sumter has such a rich history too. I mean, I remember when South Sumter had Earl Everett and they were running that
Come on now.
power I with the three backs in the backfield. So when it was us versus South Sumter in the playoffs, it was like just
Knuckle
and
up
it's
every
like you
single
came out
time.
with broken bones if you were lucky, right? So
Come on now.
I'm telling you, it's a huge win for Donnell, and I think it sets them up for a playoff run. I think you got a couple of teams within a 50-mile radius right here. If you said, "Hey, let me put a pin in Ocala and drop 50 miles," I think there's possibly four state champions in that radius.
I'm telling you, man, it's hard. And you look at the Dallas schedule this year, they have some big time wins this year. They got
They
their
really
first game
do.
of the year was a huge win against Florida High at home. You get a win like this against South Sumter, and don't look at South Sumter's 3-6 record as in South Sumter's trash. South Sumter had a lot of tough games this
Mm-mm.
year, a lot of tough breaks this year. They had an 8-point loss to Denali. They had like a one possession loss to Hawthorne a few weeks back.
Yep.
The Raiders are still a good football team. Don't disrespect South Sumter. They're still a good team.
Yep.
But Danella's having a great season. I think last year Danella finished, I think, in the second or third round last year. So I'm trying to pick off where they left off last year. But man, it's a tough sled ahead away for the Tigers down the line to play in the postseason. Speaking of postseason ball, Union County goes to Hudson, which is about little under 3 hours away from Union County. They take on the Cobras on their homecoming night, and it was a bad homecoming for the Cobras. Tigers dominate 38-7 to move to 8-0 in the regular season. They got a showdown this Friday in Levy County against the Chiefland Indians. Let's talk about
Yep.
this game. We'll talk about it in a few minutes, but big win for the Tigers down there in Hudson on homecoming night for the Cobras. 38-7. Tigers never trailed that game. Moving on to Bradford County against Santa Fe in a shutout, 44-0. Tornadoes move to 8-1. They're looking for an opponent for this Friday. Tough, and we talked about this game too. Ocala Vanguard and GHS. That was like man amongst boys, and no offense against G, they're still having a solid season, but Vanguard, we said this last week, it's probably the hottest team in North Central Florida right now. Since that week
Yep.
one loss to Beals, they have not lost a game. They are 8-0 since that week one loss to Beals. They are now 8-1 now. They won 47-3 over GHS last Friday in Marion County. The Knights are streaking on all cylinders. Kudos to them. Hopefully they can. Cause last year they was one win away from going to state last year.
Yeah. You're not wrong, man. But the game of the week is still Chiefland Union County.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
and we'll get to that game in a few minutes, man. Because we got
bar
a lot
none.
to talk about this one. This is a top five rural battle. Actually, according to FSAA, a lot of Hawthorne fans will be mad about this, but they have the Tigers ranked number one in the rural classification. They're not going off the Max Press rankings. They're going off the state rankings, and state has them number one ahead of Hawthorne. They are chief for number five. So top five matchup down there in Chief this Friday night. We'll talk about that game in a few minutes. Trenton. We talked about Trent last week, and Josh
Mhm.
Smith was a Trent alumni. He didn't have too much faith on this. He picked the Trojans to beat the Tigers this past weekend. But the Tigers got a big win last week in Jasper. And I'm talking about
Yes,
they
sir.
had the highest scoring game of the area last week. They won 50-46 over Hamilton County last week in Jasper, getting their second win of the year. Congratulations to Trenton for picking up their second win. Trinity Catholic and PK Young battled for their district championship last Friday in Gainesville. And look at Trinity Catholic ending their win and losing streak. They are district champions again, defeating PK Young 37-0. And we're stop right there. My question is this: how in the world is Trinity Catholic at 2-7 district champions?
That's that two-team district for you, man. And the bad part is they're catching Willie Jackson when he's got a squad that he's trying to build up. And I mean, it's also hard to get athletes to PK right now because I mean the school is so tough. Like PK is a top
Yeah.
50 high school in the country, not
Wow.
not the state, like the country. So I mean, if your kid is an academic guru and you're in this area, you want him in PK or you want her in PK, right? And
Right.
so it's like if you want to try to get good football players there, they better be smart too, right? And so I think once the Jackson crew gets that figured out, all right, hey, PK can start rolling again and everything, but that's going to be a tough thing right there. And so really that district classification has done PK no favors and done Trinity Catholic all the favors, right?
I'm trying to tell you, man. We got some comments down here on Facebook. They was wondering why was I even scheduled? I don't know why was that scheduled, Keisha. To be a team that's for one, the Bradford game. I mean, unfortunately, they had to find someone to play Bradford. Unfortunately, Santa Fe was an unfortunate victim. That game should have been on the schedule at all. But you do have to understand there are district opponents between Trinity Catholic and Keystone. They're going to have to play each other regardless, no matter if it's a two-team or a three-team district. That district championship is going to be decided between either 5-2 5-2 PK, or 1-7 Trinity Catholic. And unfortunately, Willie Jackson, despite losing, is having a great year. 5-3 right now this year. They're definitely a playoff team, finishing second in district. The question is, how deep can a Blue Wave go down in their new classification area? Because they're not in 1A no more. I think they're in 2A now. So they're going to be in there with some big names this year. I don't know why Bradford said if they were scared, but unfortunately, I don't know why. What Sam Clay was thinking about scheduling Bradford, especially Bradford come up with a loss against Newberry a couple weeks back. I don't know why. Um, let's get into the talk about the Union County Chieftain game in a few minutes. We're going to continue to go over the Week 10 action, then we'll hop into Week 11. Let's go over
Good,
some more
good.
games from last week. Uh, Palatka shutting out Keystone Heights 40-0. That game was never decided. There's some more games. Fort White ending a losing streak. They went to Hilliard, put up 48 on Hilliard, 48-0. Indians over Red Flashes. Swarty, big winner on the road in Jacksonville, 42-14 on the Atlantic Coast. Uh, Baker County falls on the road, falls at home in Wakulla 34-18. Uh, West Nassau destroyed Dixon County 47-0 down there in Callahan. West Nassau 9-1 this year. Dixon County, the team we talked about last week, 2-6 on the verge of missing the playoffs. What are your thoughts on Dixon County this year after that last loss?
Man, I tell you, like seeing Dixie down is like it's weird for me, right? Because Dixie was down before I was in high school. Dixie was up. I mean, Dixie even had a Super Bowl MVP from when I was in high school,
Right,
right? And I mean, obviously that was years later after he was out of high school and everything. But they were so good that we didn't even game plan for him when we played against them. And it's like because they had guys like Godbolt who could run it 67 yards at the drop of a hat, and he did it on fourth down against us to cost us a district championship his senior year, my senior year, right? So, I mean, they've had some talent, and they people get these spurts of talent, and I don't know why they just can't keep the talent coming through continuously, right? I mean, it's not like there's a bunch of schools nearby. I think what's the closest school that's going to poach from Madison?
right.
And even then, that's a hike, right? So I mean, where's the talent going? Are they playing something else? Are they just not football kids anymore up there? What's going on?
I don't know, man. Just we never thought to see the end of Dixie County football before you know it. It's like the last 7 years, Dixie County used to be like a second or third round team at best. Now you see them first round. Now they might not make it at all this year. So
Right.
this is very disappointing for Dixie County. Well, Dixie County fans, we're not picking at your football program. We're just used to y'all being better. Is it coaching? If you're a
Agreed.
Dixie County fan, please let us know down below what's going on in this kind of football this year. As a coaching, players, what's going on down there in Cross City? Uh, I wish Hunter was here tonight, but he's not available tonight. Hunter Williams will be off tonight, but I will be with him tomorrow as I'll be calling along with Hunter the Buchholz Cardinal Newman game down there in Citizens Field tomorrow night, 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m. We'll have a 7 p.m. Pregame show here on this Facebook page. So tune in for that. But Columbia getting a huge win on the road in Green Cove Springs. They knocked off Clay High School 49-13. I'll talk to Hunter about that more tomorrow about that game. But once again, Buchholz and Barton Trail, they just met in the playoffs just earlier this year. They played the third round, and it was a close game then. It was a close game last Friday. Buchholz edged Barton Trail 38-37 down there in St.
Great
Johns
game.
County. Big win for Buchholz to move to 6-3. Oak Call, unfortunately, wasn't the same luck for them. They fall to Lake Weir 36-15. Lake Weir's now 5-3, while Oak Hall falls to under 500 to 4-5. Lafayette, big victory on the road against Franklin County. 39-6. Hornets destroyed the Seahawks. Uh, Apopka, Madison County, very low scoring game at Boot Hill. But the Cowboys take care of business against the Blue Darters of Apopka 13-7 over Apopka. South Lake beats Lake Minneota 2024. Crystal River shuts out Stitches 35-0. Uh, Trinity Christian beats Kit Bowl City 44-6 on Friday. Ocala
Well, that
Forest and
doesn't that
West
doesn't look good for them and Friday in Williston then.
Ocala Forest and Westport battle Marion County teams. Both teams coming in 1-7. Someone had to get their second win of the year. It was the Wildcats. by 40 over Westport, 59-19 out there in Westport. Tough loss for the Westport Wolfpack. They fall to 1-8 while Forest go to 2-8, 2-7. And for beating Westport, California got Vanguard this Friday. Great consolation prize for beating Westport.
That's going to be an 80-point swing from a 40-point victory to a 40-point
Uh,
loss.
I'm trying to tell you, man, it's gonna be tough sledding for the Wildcats against Vanguard. But we see some upsets last week, and an upset I want to talk about happened down there in Interlochen. The Interlochen Rams coming in this matchup against the St. Joe's Flash out of St. Augustine. St. Joe came in 8-0, undefeated. No more for Interlochen with a 24-point victory over
Good
then
for them,
8-0
man.
St. Joe's. Congratulations to the
Good for
Interlochen
them.
Rams. They get to upset the weekend, and they knock off then unbeaten St. Joe's by 24. Bellevue, unfortunately, has upset their future. They get shut out 57-0 to defending state champion Mainland out of Daytona Beach. Bell beats Bishop Snyder 17-9. Auburndale beats Wildwood 31-13. Baldwin falls to Andrew Jackson 9-7. Uh, Brantford 43-30 over Jefferson County. Bronson remains winless 48-0 to Christchurch in Jacksonville. And the last game, actually, that was the last game of the weekend. So now we're going to shift gears to week 11. And week 11, we got some football this weekend. First
Well,
game,
hey,
we're going to talk.
hold on real quick before we go to week 11. I had a couple people in the chat talking about a follow up to your question about Dixie, man. Tommy was talking about how and Tommy's one of my subs, and I know he was a basketball guy at high school and everything. He was like, Dixie was always a good school when we were in school. It's like they had grown men playing for him when they were basketball, football, whatever, right? And he also had to add about the Coach Whittemore said that Bartram game was personal, and he was going to take it personal. He was going to make it personal. So we got some people giving some insight, and I wanted to remind everybody, it's like you got the call in link down below. So if you want to call in and share some of these things, feel free to try it out.
Hey, we
Like
want
ain't nothing to
everybody to
it but
come
to
in,
do it.
please, please.
Ain't
From either
ain't
from
nothing to it
Facebook.
but to do it.
Listen. We have the call link for a reason. Whether you're subbing to Wilson Sports and Station or Whoop Worldwide on Facebook or my Facebook page or Jackson Sports Media,
Yeah.
wherever you're watching this show from, please, we have the link in the chat. Come on in. Tell
Yep.
us how you feel about your school. We're not here to bash nobody's school. We're not here to pick at nobody's school. We're two guys that love high school football. We love the sport of football. We love talking about small school football. We want to get your. This is an interaction show. This is not just us talking to each other all night. We're here an hour of our night, hour and a half out of 45 minutes out of our night to express how much we love high school football, and we want you all to join us. We have plenty of guests on the
100.
show so far.
100. Right. I hadn't had anybody to turn on the stream yet. So if anybody wants to jump on, right? Because we can have up to 10 people inside of it. So it's like we'll let you do your contribution, talk a little bit, ask some questions, right? And then we'll pop it off for somebody else to jump on and everything, right? So I know we're on vertical this week, so we got the small screen. We'll put the third on there and let's go. We'd love to have some other insight and everything, because I already got some good insight in my chat, right? I already got some people asking now, like, who you think Williston may get in the first round of the playoffs. And I mean, that's a question that we're going to need to know next week, unfortunately, because now
Yeah,
we got
for
week
sure.
12, right? So it's like it's hard to see. So hey, I love it. I love the interaction. I love people jumping in, because this is all about getting attention to the kids that are playing ball and bleeding for our colors.
Agreed. And like I said, whether you're a Williston fan, Hawthorne fan, a DC County fan, a Bills fan, or a U County fan, we all love the same thing. Football Friday nights. That's all we
Now,
love.
now we may cheer against you
Of
when you're on the
course.
opposite sideline on that Friday night, but we all want the kids to do well.
Exactly. That's no matter if you have Newberry Williston or U County Hawthorne. One thing we all agree on, we love the game of football. We love seeing these
Yep.
kids perform, and we love investing to our future because we did it once upon a time. And now we
Yep.
want to see our young future repping our colors that we did so many years ago. It might be the same jerseys though, but it's still the brand. It's still the school. So you guys, whether you're watching on his side of the fence or my side of the fence, please click on that link.
Yeah.
Let us know what school you repping and tell us about you. That's all we want. We want y'all to just feel comfortable. We're not gonna attack you. We're gonna bite you up. We're here to have fun. I do ask a question to your fans. Was that Coach Whittemore in your comment section saying that?
No, no, no. He was saying that he heard Coach Whittemore somewhere else talking about how personal this game was to him.
That was a
Right.
tough
So
game because I believe that was his. Was that no? That was last. He when he retired last year and he came back this year. But wow. So what's going on with the Dixie County situation? What did your people have to say about the Dixie County situation?
they just the same thing that like Dixie County used to have grown men and athletes all over the field or all over the court, and just all of a sudden now it seems like where'd they go? I mean, although honestly, if I was them and I was getting hit by a hurricane each year and having to rebuild my house each year, I might be moving too. So
I'm trying to
it's
tell you, man.
it's been tough
I,
for them boys up there, man.
I do got a comment for Williston for you, Robert.
What
Kitchen
you
and
got?
D stated that Williston didn't play bad. I agree. Williston didn't play
Nah,
bad. But you did have to deal against the refs and some miscues, but that happens
mhm,
though. The refs thing I'm not for, but miscues do happen. It's hard for you to come back when you're dealing with the refs and the miscues.
right. It was I thought Williston showed that they still have pieces in place that can make a physical run at a state title. The thing that they don't have going for them is a vertical passing attack. They don't have the quick strike ability to when you're down a couple of scores, especially against a team like Newberry, to get those scores back quickly because everybody can play good defense when you get deep into the playoffs. So it's like when you're so run oriented, you're just going to have to out tough them, right? And out toughen
Right.
playoff teams a different ball game, you know. So
Oh
yeah, I
yeah.
thought they played really well and they made great adjustments, but it's a long way away.
And I'm so excited to see how this posting the format going to look because this could be something we haven't seen in a long time. You have five very good schools. Union County, Madison, Hawthorne. You got Pahokee looking really good this year, and Chiefland. That Union County Chiefland game is still going to determine how good the Tigers is this year because the Tigers' lone really tough game this year on the road was Yuli was a very battle tested game because Baldwin they shut out. Uh, Hudson was never in question, and I believe Keystone was a shutout. The rest of the games home, they wasn't really tested at all. So yeah, this is going to be the game of the year for both schools. I know Chiefland played Williston at the beginning of the year, but this is the game of the year for the area. Between Newberry and Hawthorne, I think Newberry and Hawthorne and Chiefland, you got probably the best two games in roll this year. I think by far. No disrespect to Newberry and Williston, but with the ramifications for both teams, you
Right.
know,
Because there's a
you
lot
look
on the
at
line for this
there's a
one.
lot on the line because Chiefly being five in the classification while U County is one. That's going to be a big battle right there down in Levy County. The last time the Tigers
Mhm.
and the Indians faced, the Tigers fell short in the third round of the 2022 playoffs when so 2021, I think 2021. It's in 2021 and 2022. We went down the Chiefs and we lost by two. We missed a two-point conversion to force overtime. That was a year that Madison beat Chief in the following week to face Hawthorne in the state title game. I think that was 2022. If I'm not mistaken. This is 2025 season, correct?
24. But yeah, you're pulling from the way back, man. Look at you. Like you
Yeah,
got
because I'm trying to think
you're
because
sitting here you're sitting here just pulling from a Rolodex, and I'm sitting here going, what was I
yeah,
doing 2
because
years
listen,
ago in the
man.
playoffs? Watching Williston lose against Wildwood, right?
Yeah, man, because that's the last 4 years. If you look at the Tigers' last four playoff appearances, the Tigers lost in third round or later.
Right.
They lost. Let's look at the history. Let's start off with that Madison County loss in 2021. They lost at home in a game they should have won. That was a regional final game that could have forced them to go to the state semis. They lost to Newberry, Madison County. Then the year after that, they went into Chiefland, undefeated regular season. Actually, they had one loss, and that was at Hawthorne when they lost 2021 when it was at 21 nothing at halftime against the Hornets. The Hornets came back and went overtime. Went into Chiefland. Adrian Cortez was our quarterback in the regular season. He broke his collarbone early on in the year. The backup led us all into even to the first round against Hilliard. He comes back in and it leads to the showdown against Chiefland. That's when they had Clint Thomas at quarterback. I mean, Clint Thomas is an animal. I think he's like 6'2", 6'3". Riley's a Vince Young at Texas. I mean, big body guy, very hard to tackle over the field. He's not as good as a pass. He's a runner. He's a heck of a runner.
Yeah.
Elite running back and our quarterback. Went into there. We lost by 2. We missed 2-point conversion right there. Went on to year 3. Lost to Northview in 2023. Had a chance to play the state championship again against Hawthorne, but we lost on the road in Northview. Hawthorne destroys Northview in the state championship game. And then last year, played in Blue Hill. State championship on the line again. Blew a 10-0 lead in the fourth quarter. And the Hawthorne beats Madison to win the state championship. So the last 4 seasons, the Tigers could have been either in the state championship game or the state semis. And really the last 2, the Tigers should have been in the state championship game. So this we're always a great regular season team. That's no matter what the record, the Tigers going to be a good regular season team. The problem is, can they get over the hump to finally get to their first state championship game since 2005, which was 19 years ago, when C.J. Spiller was at running back, and we
Right.
lost to Anton Smith, who played at Florida State, in the state championship in the Swamp, 21-6 in Gainesville. Man,
I
mine
remember
was
that
at that
one.
game still trying to recruit CJ.
Yeah, I remember that one because I'm telling you, y'all are cursed because y'all took away my only perfect season opportunity back when I was a sophomore and we went 9-1 in the regular season, but our one loss was to Union County.
So it's like we have been cursed for postseason
You are
success
cursed, man.
for the last 4 seasons, man. Uh, to be on the cusp of 4, we're not the Buffalo Bills. We get to the right man we need to get to, they just can't get over the hump to win it. We have 4 consecutive years. Remember, the Bills lost 4 straight Super Bowls. We could have been in the state championship 4 consecutive years. 4.
Yeah.
Madison
Well,
County
and
twice, Cleveland once, and Northview 1 year.
well, in my chat saying it's Chiefland's year to knock you guys off and try to do it because they're saying Mr. Jones out here told me Chiefland's got 75% seniors, so that senior heavy experience and that they're probably going to have that same little downturn next year like Williston's experiencing right now,
Well,
right?
hold on, now, 'cause we got a
I
lot of
kind of agree
seniors
with
too
that.
now. Hey, I agree with with senior leadership, but let's not forget. Our starting quarterback is our starting quarterback and our middle linebacker. He's a senior. We are
Yeah,
our leading receiver. He's a senior. Half of our offensive line are seniors. Half our defensive linemen are seniors. Some of our
yeah.
DBs are seniors. Linemen. So it's going to be a very experienced football game. I'm not taking nothing from Chiefland. I respect what Coach Adam Gore brought back to Chiefland because while he was gone, they was god awful. When Coach Gore was gone, they was awful. But when Coach Gore got back, he put them back to what it was when we last played them. In contention
I
for a
was
state
telling
championship run.
I want to see that game, but I'm going to be at Williston on Friday, and I was telling some of the Chiefland boosters, like, I'll teach you guys how to do a stream on your own now. Like, I want to see some of these games a little bit better. So, I agree, man. There's seniors all over the field. I think this is going to be the game of the week, game of the year in rural regular season for North Central Florida right now.
If we're talking about just rule, yes. But the game of the year is still the Newberry Hawthorne game. But without a doubt, that was the game of the year when it comes to not only just impact, but how the game finished. Half a yard short of any probably the longest winning streak in the air in the state. But they didn't
True.
get it done. But when it comes to just rural teams face each other, this is the rural game of the year. I don't care what anybody say. The Union
Yeah.
County
No,
Chiefs game
you're right.
is the rural football game of the year. Okay, anybody say I get Hawthorne Newberry play, but Newberry is not rule no more. Newberry is now 2A. They are out of
Right.
rule. So when it comes to just strictly two rural teams head to head, this game is the best game of the year. The question is, which team wants it more? Because this game is going to separate you. You got to be a top seed or third seed. If you don't beat Chief, and they're not getting a top seed in the tournament. Okay, everybody say. Then when they don't beat Chiefland, they'll be a third seed at best, maybe a fourth seed depending if Chiefland is in their classification, their region. Uh,
Yep.
it all has to depend on how the Tigers play. No offense to Coach Andrew Thomas. I love Coach Thomas. When it comes to big games, though, the postseason, that's why I feel like we don't show up consistently enough. When it comes to postseason, regular season is one thing. But to go to postseason play, you got to have to play your best football. All four quarters, all three aspects. You got to play your best ball in postseason play. You can be a great regular season coach all you want, but you can't win the big one when it matters the most. Where's your legacy lies at? Look at the Buffalo Bills. Jim Kelly got the four straight Super Bowls.
No.
Did Jim Kelly ever win one? No.
Nope.
That separates him from Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman won three of the things because Troy Aikman knew how to get the job done. Then we see Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Patrick Mahomes won three. Josh Allen has zero. Joe Burrow has zero. My thought, what I'm saying is, if you can't get the job done and beat the Cornelius Eagles of the world, you will never be. Coach Thomas won a state championship. He won a couple state championships in Trenton. I give him that. But the Tigers have not sniffed a state championship appearance since I was in middle school, man. And I've been in school 14 years. We haven't sniffed a state championship game since '05. 2005, that was 19 years ago. Man, I was 13 years old. 13 years
Hey,
old. But I started high
at
school in
least
2 years.
y'all have made one, man.
Listen, man, it's been
Dang, bro.
19 years since. Listen, it's been 19 years since we have been to one. Man, the last time we won one, man, I was 8 years old, bro.
Yeah.
1999 was the last time we won a state championship. 1999. That was what? Whew,
25.
25 years ago, a quarter of a century since we last won one. Can I believe it? No. Cause we won 94, 90. Sorry, I lied. We haven't won since 96. I'm sorry. 96. We won 94, 95, 96, I think. I think we didn't win since 96. Could be wrong. But it's still almost 30 years since last won a state championship game. Almost 30. Almost 30. Man, I'm 32 years old right now. My birthday is at the end of next month. I'm 33. My birthday, that's what he did in the state championship game. I don't care if we don't win it. Just get us there. I stop
Get us there.
complaining.
Get us to the ship.
Get us to the ship. Listen, I know it's that old dusty behind the villages, but man, listen. I got a comment. Tony Lewis said, I would love to see Hawthorne in the state championship game. They're supposed to have it 4 straight years. They're going to be Buffalo versus whoever. We're Buffalo. We're the Buffalo Bills. Try to get the state championship. Try to win the Super Bowl. Try to win the big one. This is our fifth attempt under Coach Thomas to get to the state championship game. I refuse nothing less than a state title appearance. Nothing less.
Okay.
I don't see no third round loss, no fourth round loss. I need to see a state championship appearance. Period.
I mean, realistic expectations, right? State title or bust.
It is. But I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad though if we don't win it. But we'll get there. But I want us to win it. I definitely want us to win it. That's not a question. But to get there, I take it. We're going the right direction. But can we find get over the hump to get there? That's the problem. We're like the Buffalo Bills in real life. It is coming down. The Buffalo Bills have been to what, two AFC Championship games in the last 5 years and lost in the season both games.
So what you're saying is Hawthorne is to Union County as Arrowhead is to the AFC?
Huh?
right? All roads go through there to get to the ship. You got to get
I
through
think,
Hawthorne first.
yeah, we need to get, listen, we got, listen, we got to get, it's Hawthorne, they take the head of the snake. We got to take Hawthorne. Hawthorne's the head of the snake in rule. You take their hands off and put our hands on, we run rule. But the problem is we got to get through Hawthorne first to win rule. You got to.
Well,
They are, they,
what's your prediction for Friday then, man? What is Union County pulling it out or what?
I need my boy Bubba to get on here. Tony Lewis, I need Bubba on here. Josh, where you at, man? I need Josh Smith on here. Josh, please join the stream. Because listen, I need other Tiger fan to join with me because right now I'm so stressed, man, because this is the game of the year. This is our if the college football player right now, this is our semifinal game.
Yeah.
This how much is on the line. We're playing for seeding right now. We're in the playoffs. We're playing for seeding.
I'm telling you though, it's going to be hard to go into Chiefland and win that one, man. Like
Yeah, it is,
I think
man.
I honestly got Chiefland by 4.
You got Chiefs about 4?
Chiefland by 4.
Wow.
Well, that's also because I got too many friends in Chiefland too, so it's like
Oh, you
I
being
don't want to.
loyal to them,
I
man.
don't want to.
That
I
ain't
don't want to.
right,
I don't want to
cuz.
walk in and not be able to get a table at Bet's Big T. Like
Oh, so you go, man. See how you do me? See how you do me?
look, nobody hosts me in Lake Butler, man. I don't have people serving me food in Lake Butler.
No,
I mean,
no.
I'm not going up to
Oh,
seeing Juwan up there coaching baseball.
I got,
So
I got some comments I got to address while I was ranting.
go ahead,
I'm
go ahead,
not
go
blaming
ahead.
all this on Thomas. I'm not blaming all this on Thomas. Whatever y'all say, do not go back to Coach Andrew Thomas saying it's all his fault. Not blaming that because there's other ways you can lose a game too. A lot of, from what I was told, from a lot of people that I know, people blame Coach Thomas, people blame other people. I'm not putting all the blame on Coach Thomas, but as a head coach, you're going to get blamed. As a head coach, you're going to be scapegoat. It's like it is in any profession, NFL, college, or high school. If your team don't get to where they need to be as a team, the first person to look at is who, Robert? The head
Head
coach.
coach, head
Whether
coach.
you're a good coach or trash coach, you're going to be looked at first. So am I blaming Coach Andrew Thomas? Absolutely not. Now there's some, not gonna blame it all on him, but he's part of the problem. Um, how far did I go with Spiller was there? We got to the state championship game in '05 and lost to Pahokee 21-6 in 2005. In Gainesville in the Swamp. I'll never forget that game. It's been Hawthorne and Madison. Yeah, it's been Hawthorne and Madison. But they were all the schools that we lost to over the last 4 years for us not to get to the state championship game. We lost to Madison twice. We lost to Northview. We lost to Chiefland. So they were all schools in the league. Hey, bro, the link is in the comment section. You gotta click on the link in the comment section, Josh. Click on the link in the comment section. I gotta send him the
It's
link.
also on the
Uh,
North Central Florida Prep Football
oh,
comments
he's
as
got to
well.
remember that page. I have to copy and send it to him. But go ahead. What's your comment saying about anything right now?
Most of them are still reminiscent about that Lake Butler loss that we had back in '99. Oh,
Wow.
and then also that they got Chiefland as well. Because
So
Thomas
y'all thinking cheaper, huh?
he's got
Well, listen,
Chiefland getting it done at home.
I love the adversity. Ladies and gentlemen, I love the adversity. But I'm gonna say this once. I'm gonna say it again. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Go Tigers. I got Lake Butler. My prediction is Lake Butler by 7. I got
Okay.
the Tigers winning 28-21. I think Coach Thomas going to avenge his demons in his loss against Chiefs 3 years ago, and we're going to take care of business down there in Levy County and leave with our heads up high, and hopefully leave with a top seed this upcoming weekend. Well, the following weekend. Sorry, because
Well, I
I feel
mean,
like
y'all
we
better.
proved.
Y'all got the whole county. Y'all got the whole county for your athletes. We got to split up the good athletes between Williston and
Hey
Chiefland over
man, and
here in
thank
Levy
God.
County.
Hey, but you still got other schools from different areas still our players too. Hush.
Hold
Hey,
on.
hey, hey,
Recruit?
hey, hey,
Recruit?
hey, hey.
You
Hey,
talking about
man.
recruit?
Hey, man, we got people. Hey, matter of fact, the man he talked to, you better join the stream because
We're
I
talking about
want him.
recruit.
We talking about recruiting. Listen, like AI said, we talk about practice. We talk about recruiting. And the recruiting, hey, that's a touchy subject, man. But last week, the Jones get mad about recruiting. Hey, we don't want to talk about recruiting now because hey, you gotta be careful because hey, just because you're in one county, you got one school doesn't mean you got schools from other counties. Try to steal
Mhm.
players. We have instances that
Mhm.
happen, but that's another thought for another day. Can you send me the link to my Facebook page, my DMs on Facebook? Because he
Yeah, I
can't
got
find
you.
it for some reason. But
I got you.
I got the Tigers winning 28-21 over the Indians. That's my prediction. And we play clean football. Julius Simmons is probably the best running back in the area. 1,000-yard rusher for a sophomore. 1,000-yard rusher. He clipped that last week against Hudson. And we get G-Man Gavin Jenkins the football, who was committed to Toledo. I really feel like we established the run game and set the passing with Trenton Klein. I think we take care of business. We gotta be, from what I was told, Chief can't cover the pass well. From what I was told, so we can
Okay.
air the football out. Uh, I feel like we can make plays. We got receivers all across the field, but Gavin Jenkins is our best wide receiver, or he's our best perimeter threat. He plays both sides of the ball, DB and wide receiver. So the boy's gifted at wide receiver. So hopefully we take care of business on the road, take care of the business we at hand, and let the committee does the rest. So I got Tigers winning by 7, between 10 and 7.
All right, and I'm sending that link right now to your Facebook.
All
Bam.
right, let's go.
There you go.
So let's go over some more games for this week. Let's talk about your matchup against Kip Bowl City this Friday night. What are your thoughts about this game? Is this a must-win game for the Red Devils this Friday?
It's a must win, and it's a gonna win. I mean, if we don't have a running clock in the second half, something bad's happening.
if if y'all lose to Kid Bowl City, it's about time for a new direction at coaching.
Ooh, I plead the fifth. I'm not gonna incriminate myself on that one.
Hey, you already know. We already
We'll let
talked
the,
this
we'll let
earlier.
the,
You already, you
we'll let
already,
the
you already
comment
hot fire with,
section.
with the school board.
Yeah, we'll let the comment section decide on
So
that a little
let me
bit and
ask you a
everything, right?
question. For those who
Yeah.
are watching, whether you're watching on my page or his page, which coach you think right now in North Central Florida is on the hot seat this upcoming end of the season? Comment down below which coach you think is on the hot seat and why. Don't forget to put your reason along with your answer. So I'm gonna let you go on first. Let me know what your comment section say. Who's there? Who's that coach on the hot seat and why?
Hey, and my comment section said we don't got a crew, we got a Hall of Fame coach. They just come to us.
Ooh, who said that? I bet it's all for a fan to say that.
Hey, we're talking about Williston's got a Hall of Fame coach. CI
Hey,
didn't
hey,
keep his ACLs intact long enough to make the Hall of Fame in the NFL or anything. All right.
ooh, you throwing a shot at Hawthorne, aren't you? Oh, you slick dog.
Hey, I mean, I love CI as a Gator and as an Eagle, but I mean, it's like two non-contact ACL injuries will get anybody, you know. I mean, your career just
Yeah,
ain't gonna happen, you know. So, and I
but
can't say much. I went non-contact and tore my ILFL on my hip a little while back, so I still need surgery from that one.
wow. So my question was this: out of all the head coaches in North Central Florida in rural football, who do you think is on the hot seat?
I think coaches in general are on the hot seat, man. They're a dying breed. These coaches don't get paid enough to coach the game, right? I mean, the way housing prices are going in Williston right now, it's crazy, man. Like they're building all these new houses, talking about, hey, we want 350 for this house, and I'm like, try to be a high school teacher coaching high school football and try to afford a $350,000 house every couple years when you gotta move. Like it ain't gonna happen.
And then,
So
and then
let's
you see what happened to Coach Wells at Santa Fe. They took a major pay cut to coach Santa Fe football, and he wasn't getting paid to take care. He wasn't getting the money he
yeah.
needed to take care of himself. So I understand why he go back to sales.
I think coaching is on the hot seat, period. Until some things change around here. It doesn't matter who the coach is, where they are. Money is gonna drive coaching into a sad state of affairs if it keeps going the way it's going.
Hey man, all I got to say is this: if let's just change the subject. Let's go to some more games. This upcoming week 11 because we not only got this the uh Union County Chiefs game. We got some more good games as well. So you say y'all should have a running clock against Kimbo City? What you saying?
Yeah, we'll have a running clock. I mean, it's like Williston's much better than they are. Common opponents will show you that they're much better than they are. And like Coach Pruitt came and brought back Williston's winning tradition and everything. And so a four-loss season with what they've had this year is not indicative of the overall program and what's been built, right? So
Right.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, playoffs are a different thing, but like playoffs were still sacred and hallowed ground in Williston back in the day, and that's why I know like some of the history of what me and some of my fellow players were able to accomplish and everything. Because like it's still, there's only a few of us that played all 4 years, went to the playoffs all 4 years, and a 4-0 against Chiefland, right? So I mean, it's that's that I got enough fingers to count us all, right? That's how, and so Williston's got that tradition back right now. And going 5-4 this year, I still think we can make second, third round of the playoffs. And if we have some good ball control early, we can make a run at getting to the villages. So
So my
yeah,
question you
running
what
clock's
do
there,
you
man.
where do you think y'all where do you think y'all deserve to be seated if right now the playoffs started right now?
Deserve versus where we're going to be are going to be two different things, right? Because
Where do you think y'all deserve to be at?
I think we deserve to get at least a first round host.
A first round host? Why?
Why? I mean, shoot, right now I think it's similar to the Hawthorne argument, right? Like similar to the Union County argument, or like the past results and what we've been doing are indicative of what we're going to be able to keep doing. Oh, and I saw your buddy
There you
join in here,
go. There you
right?
go. The one and only man, Josh Bubba Smith. What's going on, Bubba?
What's up, Bubba?
Hey man, listen. Everybody
Thanks
been
for jumping
asking
on, man.
about you, man.
What they talk? It ain't nothing but a Hawthorne fan asking about me. That's all.
Uh, hey man, before we get to you, Josh, continue what your statement was, Robert, about why you feel like Wilson deserves a first round host.
So number one, uh when it comes down to it, you can't count Williston out in any game, and you saw it Friday night, right? I think Williston is going to match up with anybody in the state. And just because we got 4 losses this season doesn't mean that we're not one of probably the 8 best teams in all of rural football. Now, it just happens to also mean that you got Hawthorne, Union County, and Chiefland all right next to us that might get a host. Well, that Union County and Chiefland and Hawthorne are definitely going to get a host before we will. But if we're in any other section of the state right now, it's not even a question.
Okay, Josh, let's talk right quick before we get to you, Cat Chiefs. My brother, how about
What's
them
up?
Trent Titans last Friday, boy? Trey got a big dub against Hamilton County 50-46. I had to talk to you first. How about them Trey Tigers last week in Jasper?
One step at a time, man. One step at a time. Gotta crawl for you walk, baby. Greatness ain't built in a night. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Listen,
Yeah.
the
You
50
know,
to 46, nobody expected that score right there.
no, I didn't. That was a high scoring game. I didn't think we can score them touchdowns, but they been saving them, I guess. Coach
So
probably heard me last week. He probably heard I was disappointed. You know,
you was a little disappointed last week in the truck last week, Bubba.
yeah.
You sound too third about you picked the Chargers to win. I'm not mistaken, sir.
Yeah, I did. I did. That's what I'm saying. Look, reverse psychology is all it is, man. Give them a little motivation.
So let's
Well,
talk about
let's
this. Go ahead,
well
Robert.
Well, I was going to say, let's go back to that question you were asking about coaches on the hot seat and everything, right? Because
Uh-oh.
Trenton's got what should be a dub this Friday, but then they've got a makeup game on the 4th, right?
From a fan
How many?
standpoint, okay, I'm gonna go with my coach on the hot seat. Okay, from a fan standpoint, and I'm gonna go from a coaching standpoint. From a fan standpoint, whoever he got to go at Trenton, he got to go. He
Okay.
got to go. And
As a
myself
coaching standpoint,
as a coach, I'm going the Red Devils head ball coach. He got to go.
no, not
If he don't
Purdy.
get it done, he got to
Wow.
go. That for one, I'm
Woo,
just listen. I love
not
Trenton. He the
Pro.
goat to me. He one of the goats in our state to me. So make no
Agree,
mistake
agree.
about that.
Nothing against that. Definitely agree.
No, make no mistake about that. But as far as his tenure at Levy County School Board Association, because
Okay.
if you give us half the kids that came to that school from JHS and everywhere else that they came from, you bring them to Lake Butler. There's no excuses. There's no excuses why he shouldn't have been. What he got put out first round when he had Edwards from JHS. He lost to Wildwood. Had
Y'all
a
off
good
the
team,
Wildwood.
great team.
Well, but
First,
Wildwood also had Trey. Trey looks legitimately like one of the top 5 receivers in the country. He's a 5-star. I mean, he even showed it back then. And I was sitting in the
Wildwood.
stands for that one, and I saw after the first drive, I
and
looked over to my son. I said, "We're in trouble. Trey is
I
the truth.
understand that,
We are in
but
trouble."
one dude, listen, when you get down that road, because I'm gonna be honest, like I was saying, because I don't know if y'all seen my comments, but it's been the same school the past 3 years. It's been
Agree.
Yep.
Hawthorne,
And that's yep.
Madison, or Panhandle. It's gonna be a Panhandle school somewhere because they
Yeah.
gonna sneak in there somewhere. But if you look at it, it ain't many schools around us that had continuous success like Hawthorne, and even Williston was one of them schools. To be real, when all this was coming about, they were supposed to be up there with Madison and Hawthorne.
I
I'm
agree.
being real.
I agree.
They never had us on the chart at all. But I agree with Coach. I mean, I agree with him. We should, you know what I'm saying? They deserve, if they win Friday, they got to flirt with the home. You know what I'm saying? But if we win, well, not if we win, we gonna win Friday. And I heard a lot of
I'm
y'all
not worried
predictions,
about. I'm
and
not.
somebody picked Chiefland. One of y'all picked Chiefland, and I heard it.
That was me.
That was
That was
him.
me. My
That
fault.
definitely was him. Josh, you
Hey,
think
So
and
I'm
Pat
gonna get
saying
the
Chiefland
grade,
too.
okay,
man?
And Pat saying
but
Chiefland too.
Hey, listen, Josh, you never gonna get the grade, man. Hey, what's the motto? What's the time? All the time.
well, I
Come on now.
well I like us by 14.
Woo!
14.
Hey, John, give us a reason, because a lot of Chiefs fans on his side of the bush. Hey, give us why he thinks talking about 14
Hey,
this Friday.
This this this, this why. For one,
Hold on,
these boys home.
before
Listen,
you go
you
your
gotta think.
spill. Hold on, before you
This
go your
this one of those
spill.
schools that, like I say, I'm glad I came on and I had to, because I gotta go
yeah.
somewhere in a minute. That's why I'm outside. But I had
Hey,
to come
listen,
on because this one of them
before you
games.
say something, your girl Keisha Denise said she chose Chiefs because she's a love from Chiefs. So
That's cool.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
Keisha just wanted to pick against some Tigers anyway, but it's okay. She gonna go in that long now. That's cool. That's cool. We go.
Well,
All right, so
I'm gonna
what?
be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Part of the reason I picked Chiefland is because the next time I go to foul play too, I don't want them spitting in my ice cream. Right? I don't
I
want
feel
them.
you.
Wow.
Now, like,
They'll be like,
you crossed
"Whoa,
the bridge, so
this
you gotta
guy."
you gotta play it safe. You gotta play it safe. You
So
know what I'm
listen,
saying?
why do you think the Tigers gonna win by 14?
They highly motivated, bro. You gotta think. Like I said, this one of those schools that's been running from that cellular device when it be ringing. So now you got the seniors. You finally put on the phone when they thought we was the weak link. We coming into
Hey,
the
what
game
they said,
8-0.
Robert? We want the smoke,
Ooh,
man.
I want the smoke. If I
and
was an
they
AD, I'd schedule them all. I'd be like, "Let's get that smoke."
smoke because
Hey,
now nobody really noticed, but we got into a little altercation in 7-on-7 during 7-on-7.
oh, so it's a
So
beat behind there.
that really sparked the game because Coach Thomas like play us and we don't have to play this underwear shit. You know what I'm saying? So
The
bro, I'm
underwear
just being
Olympics.
real. Like, bro, I
Yeah.
love 7-on-7. I think it helps. I think it helps kids get to college. But I don't like talking trash in 707 because I can't really do what I need to do to you out here anyway.
Thank you. The
You know
pads,
what I'm
the
saying?
helmet, that gear.
So they running around doing all this hooting and hollering. And Coach Thomas like, well, play us in the season. We got pads on and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's what it came down to. But like I like us on 14. We highly motivated. They've been dunking us for 3 years. Hey, these boys itching like a bad addict going into a crack house.
So listen, now, Josh, if we beat Cleveland, do we deserve a 1 seed in world football?
Say it again, Charles.
If we win this Friday, well, we're going to win this Friday. When the Tigers win Friday, do we deserve whole field throughout the playoffs?
I think because they do us like this every, like I said, every year. I always hate getting my hopes up for stuff like this because they do us like this every year. I swear to God, every year we get to this point, and we can be right there, and then you know what's going to come into play. You know they're going to say crazy schedule. You know how that's going to go. So that's
Yeah, we know that's schedule nonsense. We
they're
know.
going to throw that. So we may not get full home field advantage. Like we may go first and second home, and maybe third, and then on the road to probably like. It'll probably be a panhandle team because I don't know how they do. Usually they reseed it at the end, which I hate.
I just know one or two things are going to happen. We get the first 3 rounds home, then the fourth round, like we did against Northview, either traveling to play Jay, because Jay's a good team. Jay should play in Bloodstown, while Hawthorne and Madison either play each other or one of the two have a home game.
Yeah.
That's how it was a couple of years ago. We had
but we're not going to be to answer that question. No, we're not going to be number one. They're not.
Yeah, we're not going to one throughout because it's going to be the same thing. What happened 2 years ago when we faced Northview? We had an undefeated regular season. We breezed through the first three. Then we reshuffled it. They had Hawthorne against Bloodstown, and they had us against Northview. Even though we were undefeated at Hawthorne, but Hawthorne had a better schedule.
I'm gonna put it in perspective like this though. They gave Hilliard home field advantage in the playoffs, and they were like 6 and 4.
I don't understand that bullcrap. How is undefeated? We got to go on the road against the boys.
So just keep that in mind, I'll take all the teams over here this way towards any team over there in Callahan. I'll take any school in this area over any school in Callahan. So I don't want to hear, they play bigger schools. So we went to Yulee. They didn't give us no credit for that. They didn't give us
nothing against Hudson either.
To go play Yulee.
They didn't get nothing against Hudson either. Hudson 3-8.
The only way they're gonna respect us is if we play Buchholz or Columbia. They don't respect us unless we play anybody else. But I tell
they don't respect Columbia.
But that's the only time we get credit. We play anybody else, they weak. So
we played Columbia. Columbia had a bad season. Stark had a bad season. That year we beat Stark and Columbia. They give us no respect that year. Not good.
And really, if we going by talent-based teams, that Columbia and Bradford team was two of the most talented teams I've seen. Like, God honest truth.
But we being biased though, because we being Tiger fans. We biased.
But that's why I know I'm being biased. It would take somebody else to say it, but.
Yeah, we need someone for the committee to come on the screen next time, Robert. Say, but Tigers get everybody good in front of them. They'll say, so has Hawthorne, and so has Madison. And we get that, and I'm fault that everybody was. I mean, yeah, we heard the rumors about Hawthorne and wanted to play us and all that stuff. We get that. But what happened to the Bradford supposed to play UConn last year? Y'all got to do head coach. Y'all see on the schedule.
That's one thing I don't know. That's what now. You know what I'm saying? What
I was told last week,
and they moved up. You gotta think when we played Bradford, they were in 1A then. They were in our classification when we played them. So when they moved, you know what I'm saying? When they moved out of classification, they were in 1A when we played them.
It was two.
No, they were in 1. They came down for 1 year. Remember, they was here. They was only in 1A for 1 year, and then they went back up. But that's
all I'm saying is just give us opportunity to show you what we work. If we dominate Chiefland, they gotta give us home field, bro. If we dominate Chiefland,
I don't like to dominate. You know, I like good games, bro. Like I don't want to go to a game and it be 56-0. Like that don't excite me. Like I don't feel real good about games like that.
But we ordered that though.
Yeah.
Josh, we ordered that though. We ordered that.
Yeah.
We ordered that 3 years ago. We ordered that. We ordered a behind whooping. No matter how it is. We ordered that. Robert, we ordered that. 2022 playoffs. Chiefland, Florida. Lost by 2. Whatever get muddied by Mass the following
And
week,
we
we
were
owed them
down.
a
We
whooping.
were down 23-7 going into the halftime. Going into
Thank
halftime,
you.
we were down 23-7.
If
And then
Andy
we
Cortez would have threw a good ball, that 2-point conversion would have been overtime and got in their heads.
Ugh.
And they would have
Change
hosted
subject. Change
Madison
the
in that.
subject. New question. Next
And would
question.
have hosted Madison in that state semi game. It would have beat Hawthorne in the state championship. I'm gonna say it again. 2022 was our year.
Listen,
2023 was our year.
I think that back when they were running QB power with
When
Tyler
Tyler
Jefferson
Jefferson,
too.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, cuz, yeah, cuz.
we'll
We
get
would
that in
have
the
got
draft.
ahead
We
in
don't worry about
2022.
that.
Tyler Jefferson would have got ahead in 2022. I said it wasn't gonna say
And
2022. That was our
that boy
state
from Lake
championship, but to
Butler,
lose.
that boy from Lake Butler too, by the way. That boy from Lake Butler.
Oh, yeah, he got a resident. Stop saying for High Springs on EA College 425. He's up for High Springs. Stop
He's
doing
from Lake
that.
Butler. He's from Lake Butler.
Hey, Robert. I'm playing College 425, right? I'm looking at Tyler Jefferson, get name on Central Michigan. Why you brother for High Springs, cuz? You was from Union County. Your daddy's from Lake Butler. Rufus Jefferson is your daddy. You was from Union County, not Alachua County. Stop doing that. But that's neither here nor there.
I
I,
keep hearing you talk about all this, and I just keep thinking it's like if a frog had wings, it wouldn't bump his ass when it hops either. You know, it's
oh,
like
you got a lot of jokes tonight, huh? Hey, hey, but you was a
Hey,
funny
it's a
man
lot of
like,
what if.
okay.
It's a lot of bull in these stories, ain't it? A lot of what ifs, ain't it?
Hey, that's fine. But
that's all right.
one thing I
I
know,
was
two
doing
things.
those what ifs about that Newberry game too, so I can't say much.
Hey,
No,
one
man,
thing I
listen.
know, two things for sure.
Newberry
The
hot right
Tigers,
now though. So you know what I'm
Newberry
saying?
too
Williston
hot.
trying to get their legs up. You know what I'm saying? They trying, that's why I say like I know I put Pruitt on the hot seat, but you know what I'm saying? Pruitt got to put the ball in the air too a little bit. Please, a little bit. That's the
Hey man, how often y'all throw the football a game, bro? Y'all throw the ball at least 2, 3 times a game, bro.
they average
Robert,
about 4 passes a game probably.
4.
Yeah, we only well, and the bad part is we run like 2 or 3 pass concepts, and most of them are on sprint out, right? So it's eliminating half the field right off the rip, right? And you have basically one read or tuck it, right?
One,
Because if
Come
that first read
on,
isn't
if he
there,
bro.
ain't there,
I mean,
it's a Lamar Jackson play. If a receiver ain't
the
there, it's Lamar
the
Jackson. I
first
swear to
time
God.
the first time this season we run post dig curl, or excuse me, the next time we run post dig curl will be the first time we run post dig curl, and that's like a staple of passing offense, you know. So I mean, it is what it is. Like that's that old
No,
coach
I
in me and
listen.
everything. But I don't get paid enough to coach, so
Listen,
I either got to do it for free or not.
Nobody gets paid enough to. I don't even get paid. I just be out there. But
Yeah.
it's just, it's one of them things where you, Coach Pruitt is live and die by that offense that he's running. He's won state championship.
Mhm.
So you think I'm gonna change my state? You think I'm gonna change? I got 9 state championships. You think I'm gonna change my offense? Nope.
Absolutely
We're
not.
gonna run this to this
Well,
die to this
I
break.
mean, and we run buck sweep really well. We run counter really
Yeah,
well. But like one of the things that I'd like to see Williston do is take advantage of their speed and run the fling. If you're
bro,
running the
y'all
wing
have
T,
so
run the
much
fling.
skill.
Right? Run the
Y'all have so
fling,
much
run
skill in
some of the
Williston.
run fake counter bootleg, right? You know, sit there. There's some of the stuff that's missing from some of the traditional wing T playbook, and I don't know if it's like personnel related. I don't know if it's
Personnel.
concept
It's
related,
personnel
but
100%.
gotcha.
And keep in mind, y'all got what's his name? I love Jackson Ridgeway. That was my
Yeah.
I
He
coached
just got
him
a
at
Memphis
Newberry.
offer. Did you see that?
He that's a freaking dog, bro. So
Yeah, yeah.
I will run
He's gonna
behind
be
him. I promise you that.
right,
It
right,
don't
and
matter who
because
you
they
run
even
that sweep
started
behind him.
flipping. They even started flipping the line a little bit too, and you could tell it's like where Ridgeway goes, the ball goes, and I mean.
Yes, sir.
Even Newberry had a hard time stopping it with their D line, and
Yeah.
it took the referee saying, "No, that's not a touchdown," twice. Nope, it's
Yikes.
right here instead. Don't get me started
Yeah.
about it.
You'll
Man,
be
if
here all night racing
But like I told
already.
you, Newberry hot right now
uh,
too though. So they're
yeah,
rolling hot coming into the game
but we
playing
shut
y'all
them down.
anyway.
We
So
shut them down the second half. We shut them down the second half, and our offense was starting to get there. And it's like if man, I'm again, if a frog had wings, right?
tell you then like yeah, man. But I'm with that.
We'll be
I'm with that, man.
Man, Josh, boy, it's all good to have you on, Bubba. You know how to light the mood, boy.
Well,
Hey,
hey,
dang, boy.
good luck. Good luck to your Tigers this Friday. I wish I'd be there, but I'm going to be in Williston. And good luck to your other Tigers on Monday. And hopefully it, doesn't prove to be a firing game. Like one of those tarmac games or something.
Yeah,
Wait,
hey,
y'all play Monday?
Yeah, it
make
says the
makeup
Chiefland.
game.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
that makeup game's Monday the 4th.
Yeah.
Who they play against?
That's Chiefland Trenton.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that could get ugly. Short turnaround
Hey,
for Trenton.
Josh. Wait, is that get in Trent or in Chiefland?
Man, I forget.
It's
Josh,
in
you should
Chiefland, I
know.
think.
Man, you making
Hey,
that trip to support your Tigers?
No, I'm not going to watch that.
But you want to use Tigers, though, huh, cuz?
Oh yeah, I'll be there
But you don't.
Friday. Catch me in Leaving County Friday. You know.
Okay.
I'll be there Friday too. Lord's willing. Hey, listen, one thing I know, two things for sure. A Tiger gonna do what a Tiger gonna do.
Ty gonna do what Ty gonna do, man. Next time I try to get on here early though, fellas, that's on me. But
You
No,
good,
you're good,
man.
bro. Hey, we're trying to get everybody to call in, man. You're just a brave one.
Hey, cause I ain't gonna talk
Appreciate
his
you, man.
trash.
hey, I
Appreciate you.
come on here talk good. I talk good football with y'all, man, all the time, no matter what.
Oh yeah, it's all love, man. We know
Oh
we know
yeah,
you gonna
oh
at least
yeah.
say something.
Ooh.
Y'all,
And
I see
we
y'all
just
boy.
had
Hey, good.
we just had Coach Pruitt get called out on my chat talking about
Uh-oh.
if you can't run the spread and you don't understand the concepts, you have a hard time defending the spread and its concepts then too. So
Oh man,
you know, we
my
we
bad,
uh we
coach.
might
I ain't
see
mean to.
how we
I ain't mean
how
to
we
light it
got
up like
beat
that.
by Wildwood and
Wait,
Hawthorne past 2 years in the playoffs that way.
wait, Coach
Hey,
Pruitt saying something on the chat?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's people who've seen, some of the things and everything. I'm a positive guy, so what I think in private might not always be what comes out of my mouth on a show, you know.
yeah,
Sheesh.
with coach now you can't defend. You can't stop that spread. You damn sure can't run it. So,
Yeah,
Come on
yeah,
now. Hey, come on now.
hey,
Hey,
but now
talk your
they
trash.
got skill. Like I say, there's skill in Williston. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's skill over there. So I don't.
yeah.
They shouldn't have no problem stopping no spread. God on the street.
Right, I agree.
Well, I mean,
And
if
they
you
should be
can't
able to
teach,
run it too, though. They should be able to run it too. By the way.
right? Well, you got to be able to teach defense that gets in the hip pocket. You got to be able to teach them to turn them hips and stay in phase. And I might be speaking gibberish for some other coaches on staff, so I'll just.
So basically the applications in Red Devil Nation, huh?
Well, don't get me wrong. We're real happy with the performance and everything. Just like I mean, you see, I'm rocking for Georgia Hate Week, and I see how good Napier's doing right now, but that doesn't excuse
No,
some of the
hey,
other
Right.
failings.
okay. I'm gonna comment on the Gators, and then that's
Uh,
it. I swear to God, that's it.
All
Because
right.
I'm a Florida State coming up,
oh
but
Lord,
that's
here we
it.
go.
Yeah.
And let me just go ahead and
Listen,
tell
he
y'all
just still
that
gonna
damn
say that.
that
So
Space
before we
Jam
get
juice.
started,
Listen, that Space Jam juice is out the window. This stretch that y'all got Georgia, and then guess what? You turn around, get nice tub. You got to go play Texas, and then guess what?
Mhm.
Woo! Them Rebels is on. Oh, they are on their neck. No, my
Yep.
bad. The Bayou Bengals, I think, are on their necks after that.
and then
Woo!
Ole Miss, and then we got y'all scrimmage games, so we ain't worried about y'all.
Hey, chill out. One thing about y'all spirit gonna be broke by the time y'all get the dope. Spirit gonna be
hey,
broke,
hey, Josh, that spirit party broke down.
Yeah. Yeah.
and we might be the
But
bowl eligible game
y'all
too. Ooh,
y'all come catch me in Jacksonville. We'll be there.
yeah,
Hey man,
I like ETN for 150 against y'all.
watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Hey,
No. No.
Robert, I'm doing a ballot gate. I'm going for heads. Hey, 2,500 for a leg, 3,000 for an ankle, and 25K for ACL.
Well,
I don't
man,
want to hear.
I've had a good time tonight. You got any other games you want to give any predictions on before we hop
Hey
off?
man, I think that might be it. I think we'll end on a good note like that, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, guys. Robert Mack, man, the Mack man. That's what we call him, the Mack man. Williston Sports Station. Thank you for all you do for this show. Because it's not just my show anymore. You have invested so much into this show. And I want to thank
Let's
you,
do it, man.
all jokes aside, for how much you've done for the show and how we're growing so far.
I
I
appreciate
want
you,
to
man.
thank you for being a blessing to the show. All jokes aside, we
Oh
laugh,
yeah.
we teach you all that stuff, but when it
Well,
comes to this
don't
show,
worry. Don't worry, we're gonna get more to it, right? Like I
I
started
can't
giving you these
wait.
tools. We're gonna get those. We're gonna get plenty of call-ins next week. We're gonna get
Yes,
people who are able to just scroll through and see us when we switch to that little vertical stream format,
I
man. That
like the
like
vertical. It's a great idea. Y'all like the vertical? I think it's awesome.
yeah, well, I felt like we got more chat participation that week out of it too.
Yes, we
This
did.
week
Yes,
out of
we
it
did.
too,
We
because I had
did.
a bunch on my end. I think you had a bunch on your end, and the guys seem to want to be able to jump on it because you can see it on your phone while the rest of the family's watching something else on the big
I'm
screen.
trying to tell you, man. But man, listen, like and subscribe if
Appreciate
you're
you.
new. Hit the notification bell. We're gonna have these streams loaded up, ready to go for next time we go live. I'm gonna have one set for tomorrow because I will be calling the Buchholz Cardinal Newman game, which is a big game here in Gainesville on Thursday night. Me and Hunter Williams are gonna call for that one. Unfortunately, my brother from another mother, Mack man, Robert Mack, will be trick or treating with his
Appreciate
sons. So
you. Yep,
you
I'm
be
gonna be on the
safe
other
for the
side of
happy
Gainesville.
Halloween for you and your sons. You spend time with your sons and all that stuff. I wish you nothing but the best, Robert. I appreciate you tuning in tonight, man. We're
And let's
growing. We're growing.
yeah, let's talk about that Chiefland win next week, right?
Listen, listen. When Monday come around, when Monday come around, me you
Okay.
have a conversation. Listen,
All right.
my Monday
Bet.
that because next episode will be 7 o'clock Monday. 7 o'clock
That's right.
Monday. We'll be going live 7 o'clock Monday. Next Thursday we'll be going live at 7:30. Tune in. Those are showtime 7 o'clock Monday, 7:30 next Thursday. Tomorrow, Buchholz, Carter Newman, Citizens Field. I'll be on the call along with Hunter Williams. We'll have a pregame show at 7 o'clock to preview the Buchholz Bobcats and the Carter Newman Golden Eagles down there in Citizens Field. Can the Buchholz Bobcats take another W? Or can Carter Newman get the upset? Comment down below your thoughts on the games for this week. I'm actually gonna go over the games of the week nominees before we go. So the games of the week nominees are number one, Union County at Chiefland. I think that could be
My vote.
unanimous, I think right there. I think that could be the game of the
Yeah,
week.
my vote.
Um Newberry hosting Newberry at Trinity Catholic. That's a nominee. Uh Ocala Trinity Catholic, Orlando Christian Prep at Hawthorne. Number four nominee. Hold on, I have these nominees right here on my phone. Let me get to it. Oh, sorry, y'all bear with me. Dunellen against Baker County. Number four. Number five. Eastside and GHS.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one. I know Union County Chiefland's gonna be good, but I mean, if you had to say,
And
all right,
then
let me get a bigger city matchup, there you go.
and then just for the people who's not winning well, Santa Fe at Dixie. That's number six. So our nominees once again. Uh, Union County at Chiefland, Orlando Christian Prep at Hawthorne, Santa Fe at Dixie, Eastside against GHS, Newberry against Ocala Trinity Catholic, and Baker County versus Dunellen. Those are all the games of the week. I will have them on the poll tonight. Y'all vote on it for Friday at 12 p.m. Voting is 12 p.m. Friday. I will announce the winner to 12:01 while I'm at
Okay.
work. I'll announce it at 12:01. Once again, read the nominees one more time. Union County Trenton, Union County Chiefland, Orlando Christian Pep Hawthorne, Newberry or County Trinity Catholic, Baker County versus Dunellen, Eastside versus GHS, and Dixie and Santa Fe. Um, please start voting now. I have the poll up about 20 minutes. Once again, I want to thank my co-hosts. Once again, Robert Mack of Williston Sports Station. Shout out to 769 Sports and Hunter Williams, who's not here tonight. Shout out to Josh Smith of Union County and Trenton, representing coming through again tonight. I'm your host, Charles Jackson, Jackson Sports Media. Want to give a shout out to all my viewers and followers tonight. Give a shout out to all your people tonight before we get to go?
Oh yeah, no, I want to give a shout out to Tamara Jones, Brandon Kendall, Tommy Seal, Stephanie Vaughn. Who else was active in the chat here? We had plenty of people wanting to talk, especially about some Williston football and everything in the chat back and forth, man. So it was a good night tonight.
Oh yeah, for my comment section, Tony Lewis, my thing is, hey, it's all love here. Keisha Denise once again, appreciate you, sis. Josh Smith, appreciate you, mama. Dwight Cooley, appreciate you. Who else? I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, guys. Like and subscribe if you do. Hit the notification bell button. We go live tomorrow. And since it's still 7 o'clock pregame show, Robert will be in Williston Friday night as the Red Devils host Kickball in Jacksonville. See y'all Thursday. Have a safe weekend and be blessed and stay safe.
Bye, everybody.